So, what do I think about the Nintendo Switch? Well, if I see that one Nintendo Switch transition one more time, I'm gonna throw something. Hello everybody, and welcome to the New Arcade. I'm Andrew, and this is the New Arcade Zone, where we talk about gaming, or theme parks, or pretty much anything that comes out that is worthy of talking about. And this week we have had some huge news, tons of cool trailers and stuff, but the big thing that we all are wondering about and want to talk about, I'm sure, compared to everything else, is the Nintendo NX. Or at least that's what we thought it was called. But now we know that it is the Nintendo Switch. Now if you haven't seen the trailer so far, I'm going to play that for you, just the cool parts real quickly, for you to get a feel of what it is, and then we'll go on and talk about it.
Nintendo Switch!
So, there you have it, the Nintendo Switch coming March 2017. Before I get to my thoughts, I want to know yours, so just post them down in the comments, whether you like it or hate it or what games you want to see. I would like to see all of those comments down there, so just post them right down in the comment section. So, as far as my thoughts, first off, right off the bat, let's say it, I'll just say it right now, I love the Nintendo Switch. I think it's amazing all around. There's a few things that I questioned, but other than that, it's just overall, the trailer looked great, and the system looks great. It looks like a great idea, but you want more than just a quick little opinion, so I'm going to sort of delve into the main things that I really, really like about it, and main things that I might not think are as great. Number one, the whole portable, yet it's still a console thing. I think that's a really good idea, especially for somebody who travels a lot. You know, I think that primarily it'll still be used as a console, and I think that's great because I don't want to have another 3DS. I already have that, so why would I want another type of thing that does that? That said, the whole Wii U thing with the gamepad, it wasn't great because you were holding the gamepad and you could play it, but you couldn't really leave the house. This apparently is going to have built-in Wi-Fi, so it sounds like you'll be able to play it. It seems like you'll be able to play it on the plane or in a car or something like that, and that's great for road trips or any sort of trip type thing, to bring a console game, which usually has a lot more depth to it than a handheld DS game, and just to be able to bring that on any sort of trip sounds really cool to me. Number two, all the games. Okay, so we saw about 5 games teased in the trailer. We saw a new Mario game, we saw a Mario Kart 8 remaster, we saw Splatoon, Zelda, and the NBA game, and then Skyrim. So I guess that's 6. I just think it's really great. Back last year, a bunch of my friends and I were talking about, okay, what do you think the Nintendo NX is going to be? And one thing we all agreed on is if you took Nintendo's all-star games such as Mario and Zelda and all these games, Star Fox, that people love and they're great, and you just want to play them over and over because they're such well put together games. And then you took the graphics and the just high-powered versions of consoles like PS4 and Xbox, plus all those third-party titles that we sort of lost out on after the Wii came in because nobody wanted to put it on the Wii U. If you took those and put them together, you would have literally the perfect console, in my opinion. And that's what we're seeing with the Nintendo Switch, is you're going to see Mario, and you're also going to see, like they showed, Skyrim, and just all these sorts of cool things. I was talking to another friend today, as soon as we both watched the trailer, and he was like, yeah, I'd love to see Destiny on there, and there's a chance that that'll happen. There's already different publishers and stuff like that are talking about, oh, we're gonna be on the Nintendo Switch, and that sounds really good to me, because one thing the Wii U was really lacking was all these different third-party games like Call of Duty, Battlefield, Doom, just all these sorts of games that you couldn't play on the Wii U, and that really was a big loss on their part. So I think seeing this new thing that sort of steps away from the Wii U and has all these third-party games in it, plus the Mario games and all stuff like that, really makes it an all-star console. Number 3. The third and final huge thing that I really, really, really loved about this thing. I love how many ways there are to play it. Obviously, the Wii and the Wii U, it started to get too overwhelming with, you had your motion controller, and you also had the gamepad, and you had Pro Controller, and all these different things. And I think it seems like it's going to be the same for the Nintendo Switch, but I think they're doing it better. And what I mean by that is it's all sort of connected as one. You don't need to have all these different things. Sure, there's going to be a separate Pro Controller, but you'll be able to play many different ways with this one thing. You'll be able to play with the two things. You'll be able to sort of go new Apple TV style and play with a friend if you switch and tilt the little joystick things on the side, and you'll be able to play with it all together too as a regular control. And I think all of that, it just is really versatile, and it makes everything seem like it's going to be tons of different ways that you'll be able to play. And I think that's something that they needed to do, was they could make a console as good as a PS4, but how could they make it better? And I think that combining it with a portable system really is going to do it. So those were some really great things about the Nintendo Switch that I saw that I just needed to point out, because those were over the top, the best things I saw in there. Now let's talk about something not as good. And when I say not as good, it's not that I thought it was bad. I really thought nothing was bad in that whole trailer. Everything was really, really well done. But a few almost questionable things that I've seen other people question too, so I'm not the only one who said anything about this. But one thing is the battery life. I don't know how that's going to work exactly. With you're gonna have a 6 to 8 hours of battery life with taking the thing out, and how you're gonna be able to charge it. But my friend Nick, he brought up a really good point. If you're doing that and then you have to go back to the console, will it still work while you're plugging it into the console? Say you want to go home and play it on the console after it's dead with playing it portable. And I think that brings up a really good point with how portable will it be? And a lot of the biggest complaints I've seen is, oh, it's too much of a DS and not enough of a console. And I don't think that's true. I think it's just a mashup, but I really want to see how they handle the battery life, and how these two these two types of gaming systems merge together, and one isn't overpowering the other. And really, that's pretty much it. That's the only thing that I kind of question and can think of. Another thing was in the part where they show the two people playing Mario Kart, each of them have a separate joystick thing, and I'm kind of wondering how they do that when one thing has, a D-pad, and the other thing has all the different buttons and stuff that you can use, so they're kind of different. So I'm kind of wondering how that works too, but it's not a bad thing. None of it's really bad. It's just sort of things that we're going to have to wait and see to see how it is. So overall, definitely 10 out of 10 for the Nintendo Switch trailer. I'm definitely going to buy it as soon as it comes out, March 2017, and I just can't wait to play everything there is. Fingers crossed we get another Star Fox. I know we just got Star Fox Zero, but I didn't enjoy that as much as I thought, and I think if we could see just a better, more in-depth new Star Fox somewhere down the line on the Nintendo Switch, that would be really great. The Mario game looks like it's going to be Super Mario 64, which is one of my favorite Mario games ever, and I really enjoy Elder Scrolls 2, and that sounds really good. So as long as we get all of those things, I think it's going to be a perfect console, and I think it's going to start a long line of history. When the Wii first came out back in 06 or whatever it was, it started this big trend of motion controllers and everything, like the PS Move and the Xbox Kinect, and it started this sort of trend, and I think we're going to see that again. I don't think it's going to be exactly direct, I don't think we're going to see this versatile controller type thing from PS4 or anything, but I think we're definitely going to see new systems and these companies try to outdo each other on everything, and I think that's actually really good, because competition, at the end of the day, competition between different companies is not really a bad thing, because at the end of the day, the customers, like us, we are getting the best product. So if they're just going to put competition in, it just means we're going to get better products, and we win at the end of the day. So it just works out really good for us. So yeah, so overall, obviously, I'm just really excited for the Nintendo Switch, and I cannot wait to play it. So be sure to share your comments in the comment section, and I will get to them as soon as possible. And until next time, thank you guys for watching.